They sent him to the hills to rest. Major Edwin H. Lowther, decorated officer of the British Indian Army, survivor of the rebellion, was no longer speaking. He would sit for hours awake, staring at corners, listening, smiling at nothing. His superiors called it battle fatigue. His servant whispered, "No, Sahib." He brought something back with him. In July of 1868, he was transferred to a quiet place in the pines, a convalescence home in Murree. They said the air was good there. They said many men had returned better. They lied. The building was set into the hillside, a long stone corridor, 12 private rooms, one locked east wing. He was given room 6, a single bed, a window facing the trees, a writing desk. The staff were polite, too polite. They smiled too much, moved without sound, and none of them cast shadows. He noticed it by the 3rd morning. Nurse Farrell entered carrying his tea. She passed through a beam of sunlight, but her feet left no shape behind her. He said nothing. She set down the tea and whispered, "Don't look too long." They notice. That night, he woke to a knocking sound. Not on the door. From inside the wardrobe, he opened it, empty, except for something carved into the back panel. "One of us must sleep." Lowther tried to leave. He packed. He walked to the exit, opened the front door, and stepped into the back hallway. Again and again. Every attempt to leave brought him deeper inside. Rooms folded, windows changed. At one point, the hallway stretched endlessly, lanterns flickering in a pattern he realized was breathing. The building was alive. He began writing letters, not to anyone specific, just to the outside. He hid them behind a loose panel in the desk. By the end of the week, he had written 9. In the final letter, his handwriting changed, sharper, tighter, as if someone else was guiding his hand. It read, "This place doesn't cure. It collects. We are not guests. We are offerings. I saw them, through the walls, pale figures without mouths, feeding on silence. Every man here is hollow. Their memories echo. Their bodies, borrowed. They feed when we dream. And I am so tired." On July 21st, the staff reported Major Lowther died in his sleep. Peaceful, the record said. But there was no body, only a shadow on the bed, burnt into the linen, and a pair of boots facing the wall. Room 6 was bricked up. In 1921, a survey team opened the old East Wing. They found a narrow stairwell leading underground, a corridor lined with mirrors, none of which reflected anything correctly. Some showed rooms that didn't exist. Some showed people walking away from the viewer, no matter where you stood. At the end of the hallway, they found a desk, and inside, one letter, a voice in ink, a warning, Major E. H. Lowther. The ruins of the sanatorium still exist. Locals don't speak of it. Hikers avoid it. But sometimes, in the pine fog near dusk, people say you can hear tapping from the inside of the trees, and if you ever find room 6, don't open the wardrobe, because something is still waiting, and it hasn't slept in years.